Well, if you couldn't tell, it's my first time here, so I didn't know how to sign up.
Are you speaking for or against
I'm
this
speaking
resolution?
for,
Okay.
yeah.
If you would just state your name for the record, and you can begin your testimony, and who you're with also.
Vikki Parker, and I am with the Options Pregnancy Center, the Arkansas Pregnancy Centers, and our particular centers are in Cabot, BB, and Jacksonville.
All right, thank you. Go right ahead.
All right, thank y'all for listening, and you've had some testimony before you. Mine will probably be very different. I believe everyone ended up with Mr. Mitchell's summation and his rebuttal of family counsel's accusations on the bill, and actually put actual legal tenure to it and showed what it actually is and what it actually means. You know, we carry in the state of Arkansas the title of being the #1 pro-life state in the union. And that's something to be very proud of if you have actually stopped abortion. And good knows, y'all have sent a lot of laws over there. They've ended up on the desk of the judges, but they've been sent. But this is one law that can be sent, and today we can make a difference. Do we have to worry about, is something going to happen where we're going to be sued, or that's going to open up all these different things that everybody's so concerned about? Well, that's coming anyway. Look at California. Look at some of the other states. Guttmacher, which you may not know, is the actual research arm for Planned Parenthood. And Guttmacher, I just read on their article this week, said there are 26 states with a Texas-style bill set and ready to go, and when they send that, abortion will be no longer in half the states. Half the states. They're worried. They're scared to death you're going to pass this bill. All we're asking you to do as pregnancy center directors, we're asking you to hear it. You know, I said earlier, if you just go, if in your businesses back home, someone came and brought a proposal to you that could possibly change the outcome of your business, then the reality is what you would do is you would listen to it because you don't want to miss a great opportunity, right? So that's what has been brought to us. Texas stepped out ahead of us. They jumped in with all feet. They took it to the finish line. The Supreme Court handed it back to Texas, but the truth is they could have probably stopped them right there, couldn't they? But they didn't, because it's a really good indication of what really is going to happen. We can walk in fear, or we can step out and be bold like we have in the state of Arkansas for all of these years. We can be bold and we can stand up and go, we're going to make a run for the finish line with this. We're going to make this thing happen. We're going to stop abortion. You know, there's a story about a starfish, and the story goes, as many of you probably heard, about the child who was walking along the beach, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of starfish that's just washed up on the beach. And this old man walks up to him, and this kid keeps throwing them back in. And they're like, you know, I don't know why that kid thinks they're going to save all these starfish. And so he asked the kid, why are you doing that? You can't save them all. And said, well, I can save this one. So could it be that we save 67% of unborn babies and mamas in the state of Arkansas? Yeah, but it's going to take a bold bunch of people to do it. It's going to take warriors. And unfortunately, you guys are on the front line. And y'all have done some really bold moves before. You've really trusted your gut, even if you were fearful and like, is this the right thing to do? And there's never, never a wrong time to save the unborn or save a child that's out there that's fixing to get ran over by a car. You would jump out and you would do something. I would too. Y'all have done it before, and I trust that you'll do it again. All we're asking you to do is listen. What's it going to hurt? To hear it, and on its merits, you make your decision. And we let what happens in June. But I hear people throwing out but what if? Well, what if we're not alive tomorrow? Doesn't keep us from living today. So let's live it with everything that we have in Arkansas to live it with. And let's take it across the finish line. I'm asking you to allow this to be heard. I thank every one of you for the service that you do. I would not want to sit in your position for 1 second. And I know how grueling that can be. But I just got to thank you that you would be willing to listen to this. And I'm praying that you'll vote to listen to it on the floor. Thank you.
Thank you for that, ma'am. Members, any questions? All right, we do have a question. It says seat 119. I don't know who that is at this point. Just 1 second. Right now, we're doing. Hang on just a second, Representative McKenzie. If you're not a member of the committee, just hold tight for 1 second. Let me ask the committee members: are there any questions with this guest? All right. Seeing none, I'm going to go ahead and allow you this question since you're not a member of this committee. But generally, that's not the practice of this committee. But go ahead.
Just my question is, since you're up there, I know that there's been discussion and confusion with regard to maybe the pregnancy centers wanted funding in exchange. Can you speak to that? Do you all want funding? I know now where you're standing is on this bill here. So where did that come about? I know I'm confused. I think other members are too.
It did not come from us. It did not come from us. All that we care about is that abortion is overturned in the state of Arkansas, that lives are saved, and use the tool that's been given to us right now. God is taking care of us. He will continue to take care of us. State funding could mean state ties that would cause us great trouble and could possibly end some of our pregnancy centers in the long run.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that.